I'm going to discuss how to use Red Rhino software for residential estimating. Now, first off, I'd like to say this. Oftentimes, when you know how much you're going to sell a project for and you don't need to do a detailed material takeoff or a detailed list, you just use the quick estimate feature. Now, you can see that in a different video, but you just go into the quick estimate, plug your numbers, send a proposal to your customer, and you're done. But if you want something more detailed, here's what you do. You'll create an estimate. So I always click on List Estimates and create an estimate from there. Here's your estimate list. I'm going to create a new one. I'm just going to call this residential. Normally you might name it by the address of the project you're wiring, but I'm just going to name it a residential estimate. Okay, a description, I'm just going to put remodel. Again, I'm just creating an estimate to estimate residential. Click the Save button at the far right. There we go, it saves. Now, you have to have at least one section in Rhino to get started, so I'll click the New button to create a section. I'll show you how to use that in a minute. I'm just going to type, again, I'm going to name the section Remodel. Check my spelling there. There we go. Click the Save button. Now I've just created an estimate in a section. There it saves. And now it's time to edit the takeoff to start inputting materials. So here's how it works with an estimate. You do a detailed material takeoff. You go into Red Rhino, you input the materials. And I'm going to show you how to input those materials right now. So I'll go over here in the Remodel section. I click Edit Takeoff. Okay. I locate the materials on the left-hand side, and they'll populate on the right-hand side. Now, let me show you the two places that you can locate materials for residential in Red Rhino. The first way to do it is in 7,000 electrical material labor. So I click on 7,000. It expands the menu. I'll scroll down. It has a category down here, 425 residential. I click on that. It displays materials at the bottom left here. Okay, now I'm going to unsquinch that, move it over a little bit. When I scroll it down, you'll just see some materials here. 3.0 pancake boxes, ceiling fan rated box. Here's your list. Let me squinch it or unsquinch it a little bit more so you can see that. Labor only to assemble and mount ceiling fans. Here's your staples, 1.5" weatherhead, 2" weatherhead, on and on. This is where the materials are listed. You simply put the quantities in the quantity box and add them, and they'll populate over here. Now let me show you the other way before I go on and do that. I'm just show you the second way to add residential materials. We also have assemblies in residential. So I'll click the drop down over here. I'll select assemblies. And when I do, this is the assembly catalog. Okay, now we're looking for residential. We go down here and click on the little plus sign next to 30 residential. And I'm going to open this up so we can see it. Scroll down just a little bit. Notice that there's different categories of assemblies in residential. Now this is a favorite way of mine to add materials for residential estimating. When I click on residential, or rather receptacles and switches, you'll notice that it shows assemblies down here. Okay, I scroll down, here's a list of assemblies. Okay, so that's how you create an estimate, a section for residential, and the two ways that you can input materials from the product catalog or the assembly catalog.